wondered if you're using the best book tracker for your reading goals? Well, you might be using pen and paper, a spreadsheet, or maybe a smart tool like Notion. But today we're diving into Goodreads and Storygraph, which are very popular online book trackers, to find out which one reigns supreme. After this video, you may just find your new favorite tracker. To start the comparison, let's talk about what they both do. Now, they both offer personalized book recommendations based on your reading history and your preferences, what you've reviewed, what you've liked, what you haven't. They also can organize your books, track your reading progress and reactions, reviews of all those books. It also facilitates community engagement. So you can join reading challenges, you can set your goals. There's also customizable tags to organize your books. Some make it easier than others, but those are kind of the general things that you expect from a book tracker, and both of them do that. So let's dig into where each of them stand out because they do have their strengths in each place. I'm actually going to walk you through each of the websites so that you get an idea of what I'm talking about, but let me point out some of these things first. So Goodreads has the largest community of readers to follow for book discussions and reviews because it is connected to Amazon. It has been out for quite some time, so it has the largest community of online book trackers. It also has author pages, which is really unique. It lets you follow authors and see their reviews and comments on some of the books that they have read. So if I look up Emily Henry, who is a very popular romance author, so if you go to her reviews, you can read what she has commented. So she said, I wish I'd written this, but then again, I don't think I could stand up to give a chance to read it. No, absolutely adore this. Her voice is like no one's else. So made me want to read that book, and I actually did go read that book. No, you see her. Oh, and then this book, right off the bat, I was hooked. I love this book also, Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez is a must-read author for me, and look at how much she's written, how much she's raved about it. Absolutely love that book as well. So it's just really fun to come in here and see what authors actually wrote for other people's books. And I think a lot of times they probably just five-star a lot of other authors' books because it's hard to not give other authors 5 stars, right? You don't want the non-5 stars. And so it's really the comments, I think, that do it for me and give me her thoughts on what she really, really felt. And so I love this feature where authors have this. I went to go look at some of Abby Jimenez's stuff also. It's just fun. If you want to know more about your authors, this is one place to go. Oh, like this one, look, she loves Emery Henry books too. Have you ever read a book that makes you wish you could unread it, forget everything, and read it again for the first time? Oh, I have actually not read that one yet. Look at that. I love these. I love these comments. I love the personality that you see from other authors as well. And yeah, I love this too. This is on my list to read because I love Julia Whalen. If you have not listened to books narrated by her, you should because she is phenomenal. Anyway, you get the point. These author pages, I think, really make Goodreads stand out for me. It also integrates with your Kindle so that you can easily sync and track your highlights, your notes, all that kind of stuff in one place. And because, like I said, it is associated with Amazon, it is owned by it, there are more book giveaways. I've never won, but I have entered many giveaways, and there are a ton of good ones of popular books, all of that. There are also better personalized book recommendations, at least for now, based on your reading history, because they just have a lot more data because of what I said. There is a huge population of users for this app. It's linked into Amazon for easy shopping. So if you like something, they recommend something, you can go easily buy it. That could be a pro or a con, depending on what you want to do. Maybe you're trying to save money, then it's not. So let's look through it. Up top, right away, you see ads, all kinds of ads, readers most anticipated. And then you see updates from people, all kinds of stuff. But yeah, you see, okay, here's what I'm currently reading right here. Here's my reading challenge and progress for it. And then here are some things that I want to read. Bookshelves, how I've categorized these, all of this stuff. Okay. So if you just scroll down, then if I go to my books, here's a list of all my books. This is just all the activity I've had. So I've added a bunch of different books here. Here are some with reviews, things that I wrote. You can browse recommendations. Here's communities. You can go to groups. Now let's talk about how Storygraph stands out because it is a newer company and it is independent. And so they are trying to fill in the gaps of where Goodreads and other trackers don't do as well. And the biggest standout for me is the pretty way in which they give you your stats. I can go here, for example, let's just say, okay, this is all of 2024. I've read 118 books and I set my goal for 150. And look at all of these. It's just kind of by mood. So you can break down all your books, or people have broken down the different books that I've read into different moods. And so apparently I've read the most emotional books, okay, and some funny ones. So it's just broken out into all different kinds of things. The genres are all here. And so I read a mix of different things, but apparently I read the most romance and contemporary and fantasy. And format, all this most read authors, all that, totally accurate. So there you go. If you're a stats person, if you're a visual person, this is fantastic. And specifically, there's monthly summaries that export really nice. Here is my July. If you saw my July reading wrap up, this is where I did my monthly graphics because you just hit the month that you want, then it generates, and here you go. This is my July 2024 wrap up, and here's Reckless, Kristen Hanna just last night. This is the one that Emily Henry had raved about as well. And look at this. You get all kinds of graphics. And let me show you the cover. You're like, what were all the books that I've read? Oh, I don't know why Reckless is on here twice. I did add the audio. Maybe I added it twice. I don't know. It was 13 books, but you get the idea. It is like beautifully seen here, like all the covers. So you can look back and say, oh, that was a cool month. And now it's the same graphic, but if you want to see how you rated it, here it is. How nice is that? That's just fun for if you want to post that somewhere or if you just want to keep it for yourself of, okay, give me one simple graphic of what I rated, what I love the most. Easy, easy peasy. They also let you leave more detailed reviews. So Goodreads only give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, but here you can do half and even quarter stars. And so if you're kind of in between stars, this is perfect. And it prompts you to add a heck of a lot more detail. Whether you want to add it or not, it is all up to you, but you can talk about how fast the pace of the story is, what kind of mood it gave off. Was it more plot-based or character-based? Did you love the characters? All that kind of stuff that you can add and share with other readers so that they can find something that might be what their mood is for the next read. This also provides an easy way to discover other books based on your specific themes, moods, and genres that you enjoy. It also includes a built-in buddy read feature, which was unique to me. I haven't created one, but you can just look in here and see, oh, someone is doing a Not My Problem buddy read, and you can join them. And then it opens up all different kinds of things where you can talk to each other. You can set it up in different ways. So you bulk it by chapters and see how you want to interact with people. There's also book clubs, read-alongs. Like this one, I joined this one, Queen of Shadows, because the book is amazing. And, you know, you see where people are and you can interact with all different ways. Like I said, by chapters, you see all the comments, all of that. So it's just kind of fun to have a different way to interact with people, similar users. So you can then find friends that have read similar kinds of things. Another big thing is it's ad-free. Remember how Amazon, I said there's all kinds of stuff popping up left and right. It's kind of distracting. Well, this is ad-free. And so that's actually really nice where you can focus, you don't get distracted, you're in for what you're looking for to track your stuff. You can also do a private journal. So those are for your eyes only. If you want to take notes that you don't want to share with other people, but you want to remember because you might forget after you read your next book, your next 5 books, your next 10 books at the end of the month, you can't remember what you thought of those exact books. There's a personal journal for that. Supposedly, it allows you to import your Goodreads data seamlessly. I actually didn't have that experience. It wasn't seamless. It wasn't bad, but I definitely had to adjust my data to make sure it imported correctly. So I can't say seamless, but it's possible. You can also queue up books in your TBR, which is nice. Both of them let you say what you want to read in the future, but this one has a queuing of 5 items in your TBR. Now, your TBR could change very quickly if you're like me, but at least you can queue it up and plan for possible success in this. It is an option if you choose to use it. And you can also tag something as DNF if you did not finish it. In Goodreads, I have a shelf called DNF so that I kind of shelve it myself. But in Storygraph, it is a default where you can select that as a tag for a book, or you can tag it owned if it's something that you might want to come back to and they have a special thing for owned where they might say, okay, you might want to read this again, depending on how long it's been and all that kind of stuff in their algorithm. But that's just kind of a cool, neat feature. So what do you think? You've got the ins and outs of Goodreads and Storygraph. Which one would you choose? Or both, or neither? It's up to you. Would love to hear what you choose in the comments or how you track. See you in the next video.